Hello students. Today we are going to discuss the chapter pattern matching with regular expressions. So let us see what they have written. You may be familiar with searching for text by pressing Ctrl F and typing in the words you are looking for. Okay, so we usually use the shortcut key Ctrl F for finding a particular text in a document. For example, in this PDF, if I want to search something, then I'll go for Control F. Okay, you'll get a tab here. So there you put a particular text or a string for which you want to search for. Okay, I like to search for the string regular expression, like that. Okay, so it will show me. So there are almost 13 words regular. Okay, 13 words which match to the string regular. Okay, regular expressions go on. Okay, regular expressions go one step further. They allow you to specify a pattern of text to search for. Okay, so regular expression go one step further, where they allow you to specify different patterns of text to search for. Okay, so that pattern might consist of different characters, different letters, special characters, anything. Okay, so you may not know a business exact phone number, but if you live in the United States or Canada, you know it will be 3 digits. Okay, it will be 3 digits followed by a hyphen and then 4 more digits. Okay, so if you want to search somebody's phone number, and if you are in the United States or Canada, you will be at least knowing that it will begin with the 3 digits followed by hyphen and then 4 more digits, and optionally a 3 digit area code at the start. Okay, optionally a 3 digit area code at the start. These are the pattern of phone numbers in United States or Canada. Okay, so this is how you as a human know a phone number when you see it. Okay, when you see it, so the phone number looks like this. Okay, it will look like this. That is first 3 digits for the area code, then you'll have the 3 digits and then hyphen 4 digits. Okay, so this is how the pattern looks. It's a phone number, but if you put here this comma and all, this is not the phone number. Okay, so phone number usually have hyphens between them. Here it is having commas between them. Okay, so if you want to search for such patterns, then who is going to help us? Regular expressions. Okay, regular expressions are helpful, but not many non-programmers know about them, even though most modern text editors and word processors such as Microsoft Word or OpenOffice have find and find replace features that can search based on regular expressions. Okay, so regular expressions are used in most of the modern text editors and word processors such as Microsoft Word or OpenOffice. Okay, where regular expressions are used, they are used in the find and replace features. Okay, that most of the non-programmers are not aware of. For example, I'll take a sheet here. Okay, so I've written here AITM. I'll write here AITM. Okay, now here I'll click on it, then I'll use the option here at the side find. Okay, so if I want to find AI, okay, if I want to find AI, then it will show me, okay, where it is. Book 1, sheet 1, at which particular cell is the letter AI. So the letter AI is in the word AITM. Okay, so this is an example for find. Okay, then other one you have find and replace. Okay, find and replace. For example, if A, I want to replace it with B. Okay, so you have to write there A. If you want to replace it with B, replace. Okay, replace. So you can see that here it is got replaced. So A got replaced with B. So this find and replace features which are there, they are already there in the Microsoft Word, Excel, OpenOffice, and so on. Okay, but most of the non-programmers are not aware of it, and these features are based on nothing but the regular expressions. Next, what they're saying is regular expressions are huge time savers, not just for software users but also for programmers. Okay, so regular expressions, if you know, they are time savers, they say, and not only for software users but also for programmers. In fact, tech writer Cory Doctorow argues that even before teaching programming, we should be teaching regular expressions. So, what the writer Cory Doctorow suggests is that before we teach the students programming, he tells that we should be teaching regular expressions to the students. Okay, so why is that? Knowing regular expression can mean the difference between solving a problem and in 3 steps and solving in 3000 steps. Okay, that means if you know regular expressions, it is instead of taking 3000 steps to solve a problem, you will be using just 3 steps in solving that problem. Okay, so what you will be able to do in a few keystrokes, other will be taking it many days to do that same task. Okay, if you know regular expressions, you might finish solving that problem in 3 steps, while the others who do not know regular expressions, they might take 3000 steps to solve the same problem. Okay, so knowing regular expressions is very time saving. Okay, so what all we'll be studying in this particular chapter they have given. In this chapter, you'll start by writing a program to find text patterns without using regular expression, and then see how to use regular expressions to make the code much less bloated. Okay, so we'll be studying two types of programs. Okay, in that two types of programs, we will see that the first one will be finding patterns of text without using regular expression, and the other program will be finding patterns of text with regular expressions. Okay, then we'll be studying other powerful features such as string substitution and creating your own class characters. Okay, and then finally in the final chapter we'll be writing a program that can automatically extract phone numbers and email addresses from a block of text. Okay, so these all things we'll be studying in this particular chapter. The next topic we have here is finding patterns of text without regular expression. Okay, so we'll have a program here, and that program will give us a particular text or a message. In that message, we will find for a particular pattern of text. Okay, say you want to find a phone number in a string. Okay, a string will be given, and in that string, if you want to find a phone number, so how to check for phone number in that string? You know the pattern: three numbers, a hyphen, three numbers, a hyphen, and four numbers. These are the numbers followed in phone number followed in Canada and at the US. So here is an example of phone number they use: 3 digits hyphen, 3 digits hyphen, and then 4 digits. Okay, so we will, in a particular string, we will try to find out this pattern of phone number, and that too without regular expression. Okay, so let's use a function named isPhoneNumber. Okay, let's use a function named isPhoneNumber to check whether a string matches this pattern, returning either true or false. Okay, so in this particular program, we'll be using a function known as isPhoneNumber, and this function will check whether that string matches the pattern. If yes, then it will return true. If not, it will return false. Okay, so let us see this particular program. Here the function is defined. Okay, the function is defined here. Prior to coming to this function, let go to the print function, because this function has to be called. Okay, as this is the function definition, this function has to be called, and that function is called in this print statement. Okay, so let us see what is there in this print statement. Print 415 hyphen 555 hyphen 4242 is a phone number. Okay, and then next print is print is phone number, and to that this is a function. Okay, inside the print statement you have a function, and what is that function named as is phone number, and to that function, you have an argument. Okay, what is the argument here? The argument sent along to this function is the phone number. So now we want to check whether this phone number is true or false, or whether it will match to that pattern which we have discussed. What is the pattern we have discussed is 3 digits hyphen, 3 digits hyphens, and 4 digits. Okay, so now as the function is called and the argument is here, we will go to the function definition. So what is the function name here is phone number, and where is that function definition? The function definition is here. Okay, so how a function is defined? It is defined by using the keyword def. Okay, it is defined using the keyword def, and then you have the function name is phone number, and this is the parameter. Okay, the parameter used here is text. So what is the work of this parameter text is to take the argument passed by the function. Okay, so what is the argument passed by the function is phone number. Now this phone number is stored in the parameter text. Okay, so this text is holding that phone number, and now we'll go on checking whether it matches to that pattern, yes or no. Okay, so what is the first condition that the pattern goes is, now the text is having what? It is having a phone number. Okay, now first condition you are checking is if length of text. Okay, so len is a function here. If len of text is not equals to 12. Okay, so as you know, this phone number which is there, it is 12 characters long. How many characters long? 12 characters long. Okay, so the first thing you are checking is whether the length of the text is equals to 12 or no. If it is not equals to 12, then you have to return false. That means the first condition itself will fail. Okay, and what is the next condition we are checking is, we have a for loop for I in range 0 to 3. Okay, for I in range 0 to 3. Now here I is the index for this string. I is the index for the string, that is for I of 0 we have 4, I of 1 we have 1, I of 2 we have 5, I of 3 we have hyphen. Okay, so I is what here? It is an index for that particular text. Okay, and what is here? Range we are using. What is the range? It is from 0 to 3. The range is from 0 to 3. First you have to take the numbers 0, I of 0, I of 1, I of 2. Okay, but you have to not consider the third index. Okay, what is the third index? The end index is not considered. Only 0, 1, 2 is considered. Okay, so 0, 1, 2 which is there, index of 0 is 4, index of 1 is 1, index of 2 is 5. So 4, 1, 5 we are checking. So what is that? If not text of I dot is decimal. Okay, so what is the first value of I here? 0. If not text of I, what is that? Text of 0. Who is there at text of 0? It is 4. Okay, and if this text of 0, you are checking whether it is a decimal. Is a decimal is a function which will check whether that particular value is a decimal or not. Okay, so if text of 0 dot is a decimal, then if not, they have told. Okay, if it is not a decimal, then you have to return false. Okay, but here 4 is already a decimal, that is text of 0 is a decimal. Then you come to the second value, increment the value of I. What will be the next value of I? It will be 1. So text of 1 is a decimal. If not, text of 1 is a decimal. So is 1 decimal? Yes, it is 1. Okay, if it was not 1, then it could have written false. If it was not decimal, then it could have written false. So you do the same thing for, then you increment the value of I. What will be the I of value of I now? It will be 2. So who is there at text of 2? It is 5. So 5 is also a decimal. Okay, so you cannot return false. So the first three numbers is a decimal, so it will not return false. Okay, then you check for the third condition. What is the third condition? Now we have checked that 415 is decimal, so we are okay with it, so we are not false. Then we come to the next condition. What is the next condition? If text of 3 is not equals to hyphen, then return false. Who is there at text of 3? Text of 1 is 4, text of 2 is 1, text of 2 is 5, text of 3 is hyphen. Okay, if this text of 3 is not hyphen, then you have to return false. Okay, but as our value itself is hyphen, so will not be returning false. Okay, so what is the next condition they have told is for I in range 4 comma 7. That means you have to choose indexed from 4 to 7. 4 to 7, and you have to not include the seventh element. Who is that at 4? Text of 4 is 5. This is also is 5. This is also 5. So we are checking for these numbers now, the middle three digits. That is 4I for value 4, 5, 6. Okay, don't take the seventh element, because in a range this is the end starting number, and this -1 is the end number. Okay, so what is the value of I here? Initial value of I is 4. Now check that text of 4 is decimal or not. Okay, obviously it is a decimal because it is a value 5. So now if it is not decimal, then we have to return false. Okay, but it is a decimal, will not return false. Okay, then check for the next number. What will be the next value of I? It will be 5. So text of 5, who is there? Again it is 5 only, so it is a decimal, so don't return false. Text of 6, who is there? Text of 6, 5 is there, that is also not a decimal, so don't return false. So we have passed this condition also. Okay, as because all three numbers are decimals. Okay, again now what it is checking is if text of 7 is not equals to hyphen, return false. So this is hyphen already. Okay, that is text of 7 is hyphen, so will not return false. Our condition is true. Okay, so the last condition we have to see is for I in range 8 to 12. For I in range 8 to 12, so I of 8 is 4, I of 9 is 2, I of 10 is 4, and I of 11 is 2. So we'll be taking from 8, 9, 10, 11 index. Okay, and the last one will be not be considering, that is the 12th index. Okay, so here also we are checking whether those last four numbers are decimal or not. If it will go on checking every number, that is text of 8, text of 9, text of 10, text of 11, that is the last four numbers. Which are the last four numbers? 4 to 4 2. Okay, so if they are not decimal, then it will return false. Okay, but if all these conditions are true, then you have to return true. Okay, so to whom you will return this true? You will return it to the statement who had called the function. So who had called the function? Print statement had called the function. Okay, so you have to return true. So what will be the output is 415555422 is a phone number. So this print statement will get executed. 415555422 is a phone number that will get printed first only prior to going to that function. Okay, then what it will print is it is true, because all these conditions were true, so your function returned true for you. So print is number, it is true. Okay, now what is the next print statement here? Moshi Moshi is a phone number or what? Now the next statement, next string you are sending is Moshi Moshi is a phone number. So in the next print statement, what is there? You are calling the function is phone number, and what is the parameter, your argument you are passing? Moshi Moshi. Okay, so along with this string, we will go to which one here? We'll go to the function definition def. Now this time is phone number is storing what parameter? This parameter text is storing what argument? It is storing Moshi Moshi. Okay, and that Moshi Moshi which is there, it will fail in the first condition itself. Okay, it will fail in the first condition because how many characters are there? This is 5 characters, this is 5 characters, and the space in between will be totally how many characters? 11 characters. So the first condition itself will fail. That is, if length of text is not equals to 12, return false. So obviously we will return false because our length text is 11. Okay, so this false to whom you have to return? You have to return it to the statement who had called the function. So who had called the function? This particular print statement had called the function. So what it has returned, the function definition has returned false. So what will get printed? False will be printed by the print statement. So what it will execute is Moshi Moshi is a phone number and it is false. Okay, Moshi Moshi is a phone number and it is false. Okay, so next we will see you would have to add even more code to find this pattern of text in a larger string. Okay, so if you have a very larger string, then we have to add more code. Okay, so what if we have to search for that pattern in a larger string? Then what we have to do is replace the last four print functions in is phone number with the following. So the last four statements which were there, these last four statements have to be replaced with the below code. This code you have to replace it with it. This code you have to use when you have a very big string and in that string you are searching for your pattern of phone number. Okay, so what is that string? Let us see. They have given us this string was very small. This particular string was very small, but if you have a very large string, that time it becomes very difficult to use this particular code. So that time we have to replace the last four statements with these six statements. So let us see what these six statements are doing. Okay, so what is the message it is passing is call me at this particular number tomorrow and other number is my office. Okay, so this particular number and the other number, so you have two phone numbers here. Okay, and as we are searching for the phone number in the particular string, so two phone numbers has to be searched and these are the pattern in which we have it, that is 3 digits hyphen 3 digits hyphen and then 4 digits. Okay, so we'll take this particular text which is stored in the variable message and then we'll go on searching the pattern. Okay, so what you have here now is we have a for loop for I. Let me zoom it. Okay, for we are using a variable I for I in range up to the length of the message. Okay, that means we are going to start with I0 up to the length of the message. Length of the message means up to the last character. Okay, how much is the length of the message? Till there we are going to do iteration. That means if I is 0, then length of this message, what this length, think if it is something 20 or 25, so I will be iterated from 0 to 25. Okay, so till it goes on, it will go on search till it finishes the string, it will go on searching the pattern. Okay, now let us see next. Here we have a variable called as a chunk. Okay, and it is being assigned with a function here. Okay, with the variable message. Okay, message I colon I plus 12, that is from I colon I plus 12 message. Okay, so this is an array. Okay, for that message this is an array. So what you have here, I is how much here? I is a 0. Okay, colon I plus 12 means 0 plus 12, it will be 0 to 12. Okay, so 0 to 12, this particular message, that too ranging from 0 to 12 means it will be searching. Okay, the first time when I is 0, the chunk is assigned message 0 to 12, that is the string call me at 4. Okay, call me at 4 will be the first chunk. Okay, will be the first chunk. Okay, then using this chunk we have to send it to the function is phone number. Is phone number, then now what is there in chunk? Call me at 4 is there in chunk. Okay, so if it is matching to that particular pattern, then it will print phone number found. Okay, so if we are taking this chunk, we will go to that above functions. Okay, these all conditions we will go through. Okay, if it is true, then it will send true for us. Okay, it will send true. If it is true, then it will print what? Phone number found chunk. Okay, it will print that chunk there if it is a phone number. Now this particular chunk does not matches with any of these conditions used above. Okay, so immediately it will return false. Okay, immediately it will return false. So what it will print is phone number. It will not take this only. Do not take this because it will be printed only if it's true. It is the simple if statement. It is a simple if statement, so it will take only if the condition is true. It will not take if it is false. Okay, so what we have to do is this you will get printed only once you come out of this for loop. That is, print done will be printed only when you, if you come out of the for loop. So now we have not found the pattern, so what we can do is we have to increment the value of I. Okay, so what will be the value of I now? It will be 1. So why I from 1 colon 1 plus 12, how much it will be? 13. So the range now will be from 1 to 13. So 1 to 13, what it will be? 1 to on the next iteration I is 1 and chunk is assigned message 1 to 13. The string will be all me at 41. Now it will take all me at, only from all me at 41. C it will not take. Okay, C it will not take. It will take all me at 41. That is from 1 range 1 to 13. Okay, then 1 to 13, that all me at 41, that is assigned to what here? It is assigned to chunk. Then taking this chunk, you will go to which function definition? Is phone number. You'll go to this is phone number. Again you'll check for this condition. Again you'll check for this condition. So obviously it will not match to that pattern of 3 digits hyphen 3 digits hyphen and 4 digits. Okay, so again it will be false. Again it will be false. So what will be the next iteration? Next iteration will be 2. Okay, next iteration of I will be 2 and the range will be from 0 to 14. From 2 to 14. I value will be 2 and 2 plus 12 will be 14. It will take from 2 to 14. Okay, so what will be avoided is CA will be avoided. Then this particular string will be taken. This particular string will be taken. Okay, so again it will not match. Again it will return false. Okay, so this will go on till you reach to this particular pattern. Till you reach to this particular pattern, it will go on. Okay, so once it reach to this particular pattern, then it will say phone number found chunk. That means this particular phone number will be printed. Okay, then again it will go on because you have to go till the length of the message. It will go till you reach the last character. Okay, so again it will check the first number. Again it will go on till you reach till here, till you finish here. So again one pattern will match here is this one. Okay, that will match. Then again it will print phone number found. The chunk will be having this number that time. Then finally once all the characters in the message ends, that means length of the message ends, then it will come out of this for loop and then we'll meet the print function. Okay, so what will you print is print done. Okay, so what will be the output when you run this program? Phone number found this particular number, that means phone number found chunk. Then next phone number found will be this number and then it will print done. Okay, phone number found, phone number found. Only thing, this particular code, the above code which we studied first, this will work out when you have a very smaller string. Okay, but if you have a very huge string, a very big string, then that time this 4 statements have to be replaced with these statements. Okay, so what will happen here is, here the pattern is somewhere middle of the string. Okay, so that time we will get the pattern as phone number found. So this very tedious task we were doing it of searching a pattern by using n number of conditions and so on. Okay, so this time we can save by making use of what is known as regular expressions. So this program was finding patterns of text without regular expressions.